Well, earlier we spoke to Arash Aramesh, National Security Analyst at California's Stanford University.
Security has been increased in U.S. airports since 9/11, and depending on the amount of data and intelligence the government collects, it heightens security at some airports or at all airports. Now that foreign airports with flights to the United States have been asked to go through extended security measures and more extensive security measures, it has something to do with a rising threat level. Obviously, this is information and intelligence that's been collected by counterterrorism officials and intelligence officials. To some extent, it has something to do with what's been going on in Iraq and in Syria. The rise of radical Islamist jihadis in these two countries. And the fact that now they have a good chunk of territory in which they can operate freely has attracted some talented bomb makers from Yemen, which is sort of Al-Qaida in the Arabian Peninsula's headquarters, and has a few good bomb makers, as a matter of fact, to actually go to Syria and go to Western Iraq and be housed, especially with Jabhat al-Nusra in the Nusra Front in Syria, and some of them with the ISIS, or now as IS, the Islamic State in Iraq. They do pose a threat to American security. They do pose a threat to airline security. We know that that Al-Qaida in the Arabian Peninsula has long been trying to disrupt American carriers and American airlines. But that's not the only threat. The bigger threat is for them to be able to smuggle non-metallic and non-metal detectable explosives into this country and then use it to explode something else and to blow up something else. And what we're really worried about are, in terms of airline security and airplane security, are those terrorists that can possibly go through surgical procedures to have non-metal explosives planted in their bodies. That's very undetectable. To add to all these frustrations is the fact that a lot of these jihadis hold European Union passports, British passports, French passports, Italian and German passports. That makes them even more difficult to detect at European and at American borders. And some, we know now, carry American passports. So there's a threat of homegrown, especially in Europe, but we also have to wake up to the idea that we have to protect our airports and our airlines better and be careful about what goes on overseas.